So the UK government just announced that they're going to be rolling out a new digital ID, and this is crazy. This is crazy because conspiracy theorists have been talking about this for ages, years, and now it's just been announced. And a lot of the time, when conspiracy theorists say things like this, yeah, a lot of people can look at them like they're crazy, like yeah, you man are just living in cuckoo world. But then a lot of the time, conspiracy theorists, whatever they say, a lot of the time, what they say turns out to be true. And in this situation, they actually announced digital ID. Now this is crazy. Now just to give you a little bit of context, yeah, Keir Starmer basically said the main reason for them doing this is to tackle illegal immigration. Yeah, which I just think sounds like a bit of BS. Yeah, what some people were saying, they've literally, all these EDL marches, United Kingdom marches have been happening, and it's been pushing a narrative of illegal immigration, illegal immigration. And as it's happened, people are, up to here when it comes to illegal immigration. Yeah, big up all the ethnic people and that, yeah. But they're up to here right now. And for them to say this digital ID thing is just, for the purpose for it is to tackle illegal immigration, that's like their USP, that's their selling point for this. But most people are not buying it, okay? Because it just don't make that much sense, okay? Now, when I heard about the digital ID thing, yeah, Keir Starmer said that people will not be able to work in the UK without digital ID. Now this is crazy. When I heard this, it reminded me of that Black Mirror episode when I think it's called The Entire History of You, when everyone's memories are tracked basically, and to be able to get access to certain places, like when the main character is going through the airport and going through the security checks, they run his last 48 hours just to make sure he wasn't doing a mad thing. Yeah, they weren't making sure that he wasn't doing anything crazy. And bro, Black Mirror, the whole premise of that show is like a dystopian future, yeah, to show us what reality could be like when technology kind of gets in the wrong hands, or how dystopian the future can get with technology. And now digital IDs, yeah. But some people are like, yeah, you know what, it's not a bad thing. I mean, now, like when you go on nights out, for example, yeah, it'll be a lot easier to just have your ID, because you won't, you can't forget your ID. It'll just always be on you, in terms of like it'll be on your phone, so you'll never have that problem. But literally, other than that, it just don't sound too good. Now, what people are saying, yeah, is they're saying that, they're gonna have more control of our data. Yeah, the government, once they've got digital ID, we won't be able to work in places, we won't be able to buy certain things unless we have our digital ID. And my whole opinion on, they're going to be having our data, obviously it's bad, isn't it? Because it's just that next step of the government properly controlling us. But my whole thing is, I mean, they've been having our data. Like, ever since the smartphone existed, and we've been walking around with devices that are literal 24/7 microphones and cameras. I mean, I'm pretty sure with the iPhone camera, it infrared like flashes you every 5 seconds. Right now, my phone's right there, and I'm pretty sure it's flashing my face, because I saw a video one time about how the camera's basically always on. And even if it isn't always on, you're telling me these companies, they can't just activate the camera whenever they want. I'm pretty sure we've all seen, like, these governments or whoever it may be are able to turn cameras on without us knowing that it's on. You know what I mean? So from the moment we walked about, well, from the moment we've had smartphones on us, they've been listening to everything we've been saying. We use Google. We're already effed, basically. Yeah, we've been effed. Now this digital ID thing is just the next step in us getting effed even more, okay? But what is the actual solution here? Because in other countries like France or Nepal more recently, when things like this happen, they start kicking off. They start rioting. In Nepal recently, I saw the craziest video. I'm sure a lot of people might have seen it, but this one vlogger, his video got like 28 million views, and he was just traveling through, I think he's going from Thailand to the UK, and he stopped off in Nepal. And the day he stopped off in Nepal, there was he was in the middle of like a revolution, basically a massive protest, because the government had locked off social media. I can't remember why, but they locked off social media, and all the Gen Z people were basically protesting, and they set the government building on fire. It was a crazy video. The guy was literally like stuck there, and he was filming everything happening, buildings on fire, people jumping on cars. It was crazy. But France as well, they're known to be, they riot a lot as well. If you see on Twitter, you always see people from the UK complaining, saying that, look how France are, like, whenever something goes wrong in France, these don't actually riot and protest. In the UK, the government will just take away all our rights, and we'll just sit there like, yep, well, what can we do? Do you know what I mean? So what is the actual solution? I mean, I don't have all the answers, but I thought this would be a good topic of discussion, because, when things like this happen, what is it, just time to up and leave? Because every other day I feel like there's just a new reason to get up and just leave the UK, because from high tax, crime rate, whatever it may be, just grey weather, that's the worst thing for me. But all these little things. It's just more reason to push people out of the UK. Whether you're British or English or white, yeah, or you're ethnic or an immigrant or whoever you may be, these things just continue to push people away. But it might start in the UK and then America announce it. I don't know. This is just something to think about. But yeah, I mean, usually things like this should go to a vote. You know, if people were to vote about this, I'm sure the consensus would be, yeah, this ain't happening. But I mean, you guys let me know your thoughts. But yeah, I feel like this is kind of crazy, but this is just the next step. We've been being tracked. Yeah, we've got cameras, we've got phones. This ain't nothing new. It's just our next step. And when you do think about it, we are in 2025. Like, we literally are in the future. This is some futuristic ass year when you hear it. When you think about it, these kind of things, this is what you expect in the future. Yeah, 2025, digital IDs. They don't want to use cash anymore. They just want to use card all the time. I saw a video as well the other day talking about how when you use cash, obviously the money stays the same, but every time you tap on your card, the banks get 1.5% each time. So when you tap it 20, 30 times, and I pay my barber and my barber buys something in the shops or whatever, and each time you tap your card, it's the bank's getting 1% each time. Something like that. That's the reason why, obviously, they want to get rid of cash. But there's so many things I can go down here. But yeah, I just wanted to get your guys' opinion and talk about it. But yeah, crazy times we're living in. We're all effed. Yeah, we're all effed. I don't know what to do. Let me know.